Hello, welcome to Fair Lady of the Loch Tarot. Thank you for joining me. Today we will be using the Ace of Cups to ask the question, what new emotional beginnings await us? And so we will start with pile 1 and the Universal Celtic Tarot with the rhodochrosite crystal and the atlantisite. Pile 2 is the Everyday Witch Tarot with the dendritic opal and the fire quartz. Pile number 3 is the Steampunk Tarot with the blue flower agate. Can you see that flower there? And the sphalerite crystal. Look at all those sparkles. Isn't that beautiful? And pile number 4 is the Rider Tarot with the dumortierite tower and the beautiful citrine tower. Look at all those rainbows. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright, so choose your pile or piles, because we are multifaceted creatures capable of a great many emotions. So you could have just one pile that calls to you. They could all call to you. Alright, just ask on with an honest and open heart, what new emotional beginnings are in store for me. Alright, and I'll see you in your piles. If you picked pile number 1 with the Universal Celtic Tarot, the rhodochrosite crystal, and the atlantisite tower, then this is your reading. Now, how I read the tarot is I read both definitions as well as intuitively, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading both uprights and reversals. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. And today we are using the Ace of Cups to ask the question, what new emotional beginnings await me? Oh, we're starting off with such a beautiful card. Oh my goodness, guys, this is stunning. Starting off with the Four of Wands and the Sun. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, that, you know what? They may not have much more for you here, because, I mean, this is a power punch of beauty and stunning. Okay, the Four of Wands. This is celebration, okay? This is graduations, marriages, you know, partnerships, weddings. This is family reunions, get-togethers, a beautiful, warm, and loving home. This is, as far as it goes in having joy and spiritual fulfillment in your home and in your family, this is it. I mean, this is stunning. This is beautiful. Okay, walk into this and just enjoy it. I mean, this is gorgeous, guys. Absolutely beautiful. And then you back that up with the Sun card. I mean, could you ask for anything better? I mean, I couldn't. If I got this in a reading for myself, I'd be dancing around. I mean, this is beautiful. Okay, and with the Sun, you have Cernunnos represented as the white stag here in this one, representative of that All-Father energy. Okay, which means you are looked after and protected by the other side, the spirits, the ancestors, and the divine. And the Sun is beautiful, joyous, fulfilling life. I mean, life in all of its beautiful sunlit glory. Okay, so from these two together, what I am getting from your new emotional beginning is happiness. All right, fulfillment, joy, happiness, celebration. You know, and I'm also getting a message here. Don't forget to celebrate the little things in life as much as the big ones. Okay? You get through a difficult day and you kept your cool. Celebrate that. Right? You know, you're going through menopause and you get through a difficult day of hot flashes and just feeling miserable and you didn't bite anybody's head off. Celebrate that. All right? Don't forget to celebrate the little things of life. And don't forget to notice the little beauties, you know, the birds, the butterflies, you know, the bees, pollinating flowers, you know, whatever brings you joy. You know, the turning leaves. It's September now, but autumn is fast approaching. You know, just enjoy, okay? Enjoy nature, enjoy your life, enjoy the people in it. And live in that love light, okay? This is stunning. This is beautiful. Definite concentration on happiness and joy here. Okay, I mean, seriously, I would be dancing around the kitchen. I would. And I'd look silly doing it, but I wouldn't care. This is gorgeous. So, for some of you, this may be a marriage. This may be a wedding. It may be an anniversary celebration, a renewal of vows. You know, it may be graduation. It may be buying your first house. Moving out on your own for the first time, you know, a new relationship, domestic partnership, a spiritual initiation, right? That's coming through here too. So much joy, so much joy. I'm even getting some travel possible, okay? This is just, I am so happy for you. I'm not kidding. I mean, this is stunning. This is gorgeous. I could not be more thrilled. Okay, White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. We're going to draw and see if that gives us any further insight into this beautiful joy that you're about to experience. I mean, seriously. This is stunning. Oh, and they're wanting me to pull a Moonology card as well. So the Moonology Oracle is win-win outcome is forecast. Look at that. Full moon in Libra. Look at that balance, that beautiful emotional balance there. Fantastic. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so let's look at your White Light Oracle cards. We've got the 7 blessings of Eve to start with. I'm practically giddy, guys. I mean, seriously. Okay. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Wow. That is beautiful and very congruent with these first 2 cards there. So next we have number 12, Perfume of Sophia. You will be able to sense the best timing and approach to take. To create space for healing and resolution, connect to your body and ground yourself in the here and now with body-friendly practices. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even through confusing circumstances, where one moment you are sure the answer is no, and the next moment you are sure it is yes. Give up trying to figure the answer out right now and remain open with positive but relaxed expectation. That clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to divine timing. Okay, so for those of you that had doubts about this beautiful sunshiny celebration joy that we see here, this is a little word of advice on how to deal with those doubts and to overcome them. Okay, all right, with positive relaxed expectation that clarity shall emerge spontaneously according to divine timing. All right, so patience and just letting those doubts go and roll off of you. Manifest what it is that you desire, and it looks like you very much are going to. Number 37, Oracle of Chaldea. All right. Continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm. but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feels natural. Sometimes the body will be ready to let go whilst the mind is still holding on. At other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body processes an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There is no need to be impatient or to judge yourself. You are summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. When the time is right, the healing shall happen more easily than if you tried to push forward prematurely. Things are going to work out. Be positive. You know what, guys? I am just so excited for you. This is so full of exciting energies and just beautiful, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm seeing another one of these for you guys. 26, Deer of Delta. Without any force, you can overcome even extreme negativities. Your real nature is gentle, which is powerful in its own unique way. You do not need to become something you are not. You can confidently and effectively invoke spiritual protection from the light, because the real you is always empowered and protected in the light. And actually, I'm seeing another one. I'm feeling that there's some doubt on the other end of this from someone who is who's listening to this and may even be thinking something along the lines of, you know, tarot readers are being so positive and all that, and then it doesn't manifest. I'm hearing a little bit of a message, not from all of you, obviously. Some of you are going to be like, dang, Skippy, this is mine. I claim it. But I am feeling a bit of doubt coming through, and so they're addressing that with some of these more reassuring and how to help heal and move on from that negative doubt there. So number 40, Sovereign Queen Maeve. Value what is sacred to you by protecting it from interference, even that which may be well-intentioned. Be compassionate, but set firm boundaries. You are going to triumph over a negative situation. It will take courage, but you have more than enough inner strength, resourcefulness, and boldness to accomplish what you wish to attain. Do not give up. You have the ability to connect with higher worlds, so open your heart and mind to the light. And I believe this one has a healing process. Yes, here we go. A declaration. I choose of my own free will to respect and serve the spiritually sovereign inner queen who resides within my heart. Through merciful compassion and empowering wisdom, I ask for divine assistance that is of ultimate spiritual benefit to all beings to assist me in releasing false allegiances, breaking the bonds of impoverished servitude, and connecting to the strength, dignity, grace, and boldness of the sacred fire and spirit within me. May I love with courage. May I live with confidence. May I have the wisdom to abide in authenticity and determination. May all beings benefit spiritually through my light in this world and beyond. So be it. That is just beautiful. You know, and it says queen here, but male or female, it does not matter. Okay, that grab a hold of that inner sovereign being there and live life with exuberant joy. Okay. We're going to start with the atlantisite tower here that you selected. And this tower came from a Thunder's Trove on TikTok, if you're interested. I haven't seen very much atlantisite. I do believe that Age of Aquarius in Brazil, Indiana also might have it as well. You can check out their Facebook page, I think it is. Okay, atlantisite. Emotional healing, spiritual growth, helps with ancient wisdom and knowledge, connecting to that within oneself, okay? And it works with the heart chakra. All right? So that one's a really good one if you're doing, you know, that intergenerational wound healing and things, part of your shadow work, and also with your Akashic records, you know, tapping into that as part of your healing and emotional journey. Okay, we're also going to look at rhodochrosite. And this little piece here, it's not very big. I hope you can see it there. I believe that came from the atomic squid. Okay, rhodochrosite. Compassion, positivity, and love. Okay, and not just having compassion for others and love for others, but also for yourself. Okay, and there's a bigger piece. Rhodochrosite can be a bit pricey, so if you're fortunate, you can find a little piece that's a bit more affordable. It works with the heart and solar plexus chakras, most commonly found in Argentina, Romania, and the United States. And we are going to be reading from A Beginner's Guide to Crystals by Lisa Butterworth. Rhodochrosite exhibits a powerful love. This pink stone is an emotional healing powerhouse, especially if you're feeling unloved or suffering from low self-esteem. If you've experienced childhood trauma or sexual abuse, rhodochrosite can help you face compartmentalized emotion, clear it, and open a path toward unadulterated happiness. Now, that being said, if you have been a victim of those things, if you are a survivor of those things, please do seek professional assistance, okay? Please do seek the help that you need. It also heals all manner of heartache. It tempers jealousy and enhances feelings of love and acceptance. Its energies are dynamic, inspiring self-love, playfulness, and an openness to vulnerability and intimacy with a romantic partner. So for those of you that a wedding is what we were getting coming through there, this is a good one to have with you throughout your relationship on your wedding day, carried on your person. Like for if you wear a bra, sticking it in there. Having, it on your tables as part of your decoration or in little bottles. This is a good one for that. This loving pink stone is a great teacher of the heart. Healers believe rhodochrosite can help relieve respiratory ailments, including asthma. Now, once again, if you suffer from anything respiratory or are an asthmatic, such as I, do get professional medical assistance, okay? Rhodochrosite has its roots in the Greek word rhodokros, meaning rose-colored. This stone is a manganese mineral that is, in its pure form is actually red. The substitution of calcium for manganese in the crystal structure creates its most common pink hue. For personal use, if you are feeling depleted in the area of love, you can keep rhodochrosite near you. In the home, it can bring a sense of peace and positivity to your space. And at work, it can help to foster friendships with coworkers and colleagues. All right. So, I hope that you found this to be helpful and encouraging. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If you're one of the ones that I was feeling that strong doubt from, and I don't mean this in a rude way at all, because I myself, I struggle with doubt as well. You will see. Okay, that's all I can really tell you on that one. Stay positive, and you will see this joy. It is yours to be had. Okay, not necessarily on the timeline we might want, but in the right time. Okay, so be patient, be strong, and hang in there. You got this, and this is coming. This is yours. All right. In the meantime, remember, you are beautiful. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise, including yourself. All right? You are loved beyond all measure. I mean, seriously, look at this. Love coming out the wazoo, guys. And you're strong enough to get through this emotional healing and into this new emotional beginning. All right? I love you guys. Bye. If you picked pile number 2 with the Everyday Witch Tarot, the Fire Quartz Sphere, and the Dendritic Opal Palm Stone, then this is your reading. Now, how I do readings is I read both definitions as well as intuitively, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading both uprights and reversals. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. Today we are using the Ace of Cups to ask the question, what new emotional beginning awaits us? Okay. Okay? And as we do this, we often ask questions like, you know, what do I need to do to make this new emotional beginning happen? You know, sometimes there's healing. Sometimes there's negative emotions that we have to overcome. You know, sometimes there's physical action that needs to be taken. Actually, I'm seeing that one before I see these two. Okay. All right. Now, you guys are getting a lot more cards than pile number one. I tell you, pile number one. If you were drawn to that at all, it had a reference to fire in it, and I was picturing the fire quartz as I said it. So, if you were drawn at all to pile number one as well as this one, you know, please do check it out. All right. Seeing this as a clarifier here in a moment, and this one, and this one. Okay. All right. So we start off with the Page of Wands. Okay. So this is making a choice about your journey, right? This is making a choice about your journey, setting off on that journey, and learning along the way. Okay. And wands represent spirituality. They represent power. They represent intuition. But I'm getting a strong learning as you go vibe from this one. Okay. You know, leaving behind anything and everything that doesn't serve you, stepping in on this new path, and learning as you go. And there's a strong fire energy here, okay, as well. That orange cat in the back, kind of reminding me of a little bit in my mind here about a tiger. So if anyone here was born in the year of the tiger, that might mean something. I'm also getting fire signs coming through, so, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? And I'm getting some fall, autumn vibes coming off of this one as well. And we are going from summer into fall. So I'm getting the message now, you know, now. Take action now. Go on this healing emotional journey now. Sort of an energy. Okay, and with the Eight of Wands, you know, there's going to be some within the collective that listens to this where it's just like, I've got too much going on. I can't juggle all this. My life is a tornado, you know. But one of the things that's sticking out to me here is these crossed wands up here in the sign of Gebo, meaning gifts and partnership. Okay, so one, use your skills and talents and gifts to aid you in going forward down this path. I'm getting some of you might consider using those to you know, help you even make a living in your life. The other thing I'm getting off of it is delegate, okay? Partnerships. Get help from the people in your life. You know, if you live with a romantic partner, family, children, you know, it's okay to have everyone in the household help with the chores, you know, with the cooking. All those responsibilities don't need to fall on just one person, okay? In the workspace, you know, if you have coworkers who aren't taking on their fair share of the load, you know, encourage them to do so, right? But, you know, in a kind way, you know, in a way that gets it done. I'm also seeing the rune Isa here with this downward straight slash, representing a time of slowing down and rest in your physical sphere, okay? So that you can turn inward and take care of your emotional and spiritual spheres, okay? So find ways to delegate in your physical sphere so that you can calm the inner tornado that's going on within you, okay? And that may not be for everyone, but I'm definitely getting some here who are feeling overwhelmed and are just like, I don't have time for an emotional, spiritual journey, but it's encouraging you to make the time, right? Okay, for your own good and well-being there. And that is backed up by this Four of Swords energy, the energy of rest, and the moon showing the unknown, right? So rest, recuperate, restore yourself. Meditation is great for that. Tai Chi, taking walks in the woods, stargazing. I've recently been teaching my daughter how to sew and quilt and things like that as part of her educational experience, and she said she finds it to be really helpful in emotional balance. While it takes your mind off your worries because you're concentrating on something else, it has a meditative, repetitive sort of nature to it as well. So that might be something to consider. My grandma, she painted, she crocheted. Those are also things that can help with meditation and using your creative side to tap into your inner emotional sphere. Okay? I'm also getting something about spiders, spider webs, cleaning house. Some of you may find cleaning to be restorative, meditative, help restore emotional balance, right? Cleaning might be. I'm also getting that some of you may, and this won't be everybody obviously, but I'm also getting some of you may have a particularly intricate or interesting spider web on your porch that you're either enjoying watching or it's creeping or freaking you out, one or the other. It's getting both messages here. But there is a lesson to be learned from the spider in its diligent work that it goes forth to make its web, right? And then it allows itself time to rest. It allows itself time to eat, take care of itself, okay? So there's something there in that to become away from. I'm also getting, now this won't be for everybody because for some asthmatics, smoke from candles and things like that is a trigger, so bear that in mind as you go forth. But I'm also getting that for some of you, burning candles might help clearing away some negative energy and help with that resting and cleansing experience. Okay? All right. And honestly, I'm getting the color of passion a lot in this as well. Okay. Forgive my bluntness and take this as it resonates. Leave it behind that doesn't. If you are experiencing sexual frustration, not having been fulfilled in that area of your life, and it is causing you to have an emotional imbalance, all right? They're showing me here that, one, communication, okay? If it's a situation with your partner, respectfully and lovingly communicating what it is that you need, what your desires are, okay? If it is that you do not have a partner in your life at this time, I am seeing that will be remedied, okay? That will come to pass. I don't want, they're giving me a message I don't want to say out loud on a video. Here, I'll word it this way. It's okay to take care of yourself. You can read between the lines on that, okay? And we're going to leave it at that. I'm not delivering that rather blunt, direct message they just gave me on that score. You know what you need to do, so do it. That's the message, okay? Here's the balance that energy. And then when you do, look at this beautiful, abundant energy that comes with the Nine of Pentacles. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, look at that. They've done the work. They've put in the effort. They have obtained a level of material independence, stability, and abundance that allows them not only to enjoy the fruits of their labor, but to engage in self-care. She's resting, she's reading the book, she's having a glass of, I'm assuming that's some form of wine, vino, something, maybe sparkling juice for those who do not drink. And And the apples above, that represents things like fertility and abundance, right? So, and desire and passion. Very well balanced energy in this card. For some of you, it might actually benefit you to make a space outside in your outer space if you're able to. I know not everyone has outdoor space that is theirs, but if you're able to, create an outdoor space like this for yourself. It will help you ground and bring great peace, okay? That is just beautiful. If you actually do that and you have a space like that you enjoy, share it with me. I love outdoor spaces like that. It is just beautiful. Okay. Some of you, with this Ten of Swords, it's showing me, are recovering from failed relationships, betrayal of a friend, a family, a romantic partner, a worker, employer. I'm getting that energy as well. So there is a literal situation in your life where you're suffering from this kind of pain that you're seeing here. Okay, I'm picking up on possible chronic illness such as fibromyalgia or multiple sclerosis. That won't be obviously for everyone, but there may be somebody down the road that sees this that is suffering from that kind of pain. And it can be hard to find an emotional balance when you are suffering emotionally from something like that or physically from something like that. But I'm also getting the message here with swords. That you're being too hard on yourself, okay? You're being too negative with yourself. And that you need to reframe how you speak to yourself in your internal space, okay? Be your own partner. Be the partner you wish you had. Be the friend you wish you had to yourself. You wouldn't treat somebody else like that, would you? So why do we all? And I am just as bad about this as anybody else. Why do we treat ourselves that way? We wouldn't do that to another person, so why do we do it to ourselves, right? So this is a moment to retrain the brain on how it interacts with itself, okay? And I'm getting here that somewhere along your journey you may run across a feather, out and about in the yard or where have you, when you're walking down the street, or and it's just a little reminder about this message to let you know you're not alone. There are other people out there that feel what you're feeling, and if you need a support group, there are those to be found, okay? But so when you see a feather or something like that, just let it be a little moment of community, all right, for yourself, that you are not alone and you are not the darkest parts of your thoughts or yourself, okay? All right, and you are not a victim, you're a survivor. You've got this, okay? The Nine of Cups gives a little word of advice on how to help with that emotional balance and that healing here. And meditation, like I said earlier, is a really strong healing agent for your emotional and spiritual space. And I was always one of those where I had the worst time trying to meditate. I'd sit there in the silence and I'd write an entire book in my head. I mean, my brain never shuts off. It never shuts up. So, and if you're like me in that regard, you may need a gentle guided meditation that steers you back on the path. I like to use great meditations. They have 5-minute, 10-minute, 20-minute, an hour, whatever you want to do. They do have there. That's over on YouTube. And so I use that one a lot because it's gentle. It's not pushy or bossy or anything like that. And it can just guide your thoughts back to where onto what you're trying to accomplish with that meditation. Okay? Spending time near water, I'm also getting, could be of benefit. And I'm seeing this crab here, so especially if you are a Cancer sign, spending time near water is going to be very good for you. Okay? All right. Now, as you grow, as you heal, as you begin a new emotional way of life, journey, way of thinking, way of showing up in the world, there are going to be some that don't understand the changes that you make. That just comes with growth, okay? And it's nature's way, the universe's way, however you want to look at it, of ridding you of that which no longer serves you, showing you the true relationships in your life that feed you and do not take too much from you, okay? Those that will stand by you and support you and maybe even join you in that emotional growth, you know, those are ones to hold on to. Those that make your life more difficult or miserable or mock you or don't understand what it is you're doing, those don't belong there, you know. And while that may seem cut and dry in its approach, it really does work to show you what people you want to be around and who you want to be in your energy and who you don't. And you can be a loving individual and have boundaries. They are not mutually exclusive, okay? They work together. In order for you to be able to give that loving energy to others, first you actually have to have it to give, okay? And that's where boundaries absolutely come into play, all right? But don't be discouraged, all right? The Seven of Wands, it may be a conflict, but it is absolutely a conflict that you will and can be triumphant over, okay? All right. Now, for those of you who have a loving partnership already in your life, I do see support, unity, and partnership being given. But as always, it is a choice, okay? Human choice is capable of many things, okay? But walking this path together will make you grow in that love and in that partnership, and then reveal to you and show to you things about yourselves and your togetherness that you didn't have or realized before. For those of you who do not have a partnership in this way, it is coming, okay? But don't settle, okay? Don't settle for something that sucks the energy out of you, all right? A partnership is meant to be a partnership on all planes, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual, okay? You don't necessarily have to share the same spiritual beliefs, but you do need to respect each other's spiritual beliefs, okay? Respect each other's ways of thinking, emotional needs, all right? Partnerships aren't just about love. They're also about respect, all right? So don't settle for less than that. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles, once again, backs up that working together to achieve a goal. So not only is it going to be good for you to delegate so that you avoid overwhelm, not only will it be good for you to find partnerships and family, friends, or lovers, but also I'm seeing here that support group energy, that community, congregation, coven, kindred, whatever calls to you, okay? Maybe a new job, maybe a new business, however this relates to you, definitely seeing working together to achieve that goal to help you in this aim of yours. I'm getting a new business. I'm also getting a new house, all right, for some of you. And for whatever reason, which I don't usually get from this card, I'm also getting something about a new healthy beginning as well. This sign here, for some strange reason, reminds me so much of the sign for medical right now, and I don't usually see that, so there's something there that's significant. Yeah, somebody here is going to find emotional balance even in the midst of medical difficulties. And good on you. That's something to be proud of. All right? So working together, and that may be, you know, working together with doctors to find the right medications or the right processes or procedures for you. All right? So that's there too. And that is backed up with the star with healing, restoration, rejuvenation, balance. I'm also getting that as above, so below energy coming from this one as well. For some of you. Yeah, that's beautiful. Spending time near water once again is coming through. Spending time stargazing once again is coming through. There's a lot of healing and beauty and joy in this one. And for some of you, there even may be literal star quality related to this, okay? A lot of really interesting messages coming off of this card. I encourage you to use your own intuition to feel out what this card means for you, okay? A lot of strong energies coming off of that today. And with the Four of Cups, you know, for those of you who suffer from anxiety or depression, or for those of you who have a non-supportive partner, for those of you who are grieving over the loss of something or someone in your life, the Four of Cups reminds you, one, that you're not alone. Two, it reminds you to look at the blessings that you have around you, to seek whatever help that you need, okay, in your recovery. I'm getting a hint of addiction here as well for some that might need to be overcome with some encouragement and support, okay? But I'm definitely getting talk about it, okay? Very strong talk about it. Do not suffer alone. Get the help that you need there. And once again, there's that meditation vibe there. There's also something about keys. Something about learning the keys to success, learning the keys, the stages of recovery, of grief. There's something there. You will find the key that opens up this new emotional beginning for you, whatever that might be. Okay, you will find it. And from this one, I'm getting an encouragement to be truthful with yourself. Do not deceive yourself. Do not be sneaky with yourself. Be open with yourself. Admit what needs to be worked on, and then take action. Okay? Covering up how you really feel with "I'm fine." We all do it. We all do it. But if you're not fine, you know, then not only are you lying to them, but you're lying to yourself, and you won't get the help that you need. Okay? So definitely speak in truth with yourself, okay? And I'm also getting, you know, leaving behind anything that does not serve your growth and what you're trying to accomplish, okay? And not engaging in unnecessary conflict is another message there. I pulled some clarifiers here, and when at the beginning, and what I'm needing them for here is, you know, what happens, because leaving it on this note here is a bit more somber than what I would like to do. And so here they're giving me a little peek into the future that awaits you should you take this and heed this advice here that they're offering. Okay, so first we have the Knight of Cups. So love is moving forward towards you, okay? And nights are also about taking action, right? So take action with love, all right? For yourself and with others. And don't be afraid to tap into that childlike energy, you know, with the bubbles and things. If blowing bubbles out in the yard brings you joy, then do it. Who cares what anybody else thinks? The Page of Pentacles. For those of you that, you know, there was something in your material world, such as work or finances or things like that, that were causing some overwhelm and distress, we have learning new ways to make money. And like I said, that pursuing your gifts in the material realm was coming through here, and here we have it again. Also the message, chart your own path. You know, we started here with the Page of Wands on a journey, and we have the Page of Pentacles also on a journey, charting their own path forward, right? And that tower in the back, it's not crumbling, it's not falling, it is sturdy, it is standing on a strong foundation, all right? So do your research, put in your due diligence, and step forward boldly on that material path that you're hoping to pursue, okay? And with that, we've got the Ten of Cups. Is that not the most beautiful energy? Emotional stability, emotional abundance, but also with material abundance as well. They have what they need. They have food, they have drink, you know, they have nature to enjoy, they have each other. This is just beautiful. This is what you'd call like the happy family card, okay? And it is there. It is absolutely there for you in this new emotional beginning. And that Two of Wands is just that encouragement to make the choice to set out on this journey and go forward with power and passion and courage. All right? All right, that is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So, we are going to, you know, I usually pull an oracle next, but I'm feeling actually reading your crystals next, so that's what we're going to do. So with the fire quartz sphere, and I got this one at the Mineral Mushroom, and this agate, not agate, sorry, the opal as well. They're over on TikTok, and they have their own website at themineralmushroom.store, I believe it is. So fire quartz helps with grounding, clarity, self-worth, balance, coming to terms with and accepting your inner self, aids in overcoming anxiety, fear, doubt, mental distractions. It aids in encouraging determination and resilience. It helps with physical energy and vitality and owning one's personal power. All right. And as it is a quartz, it also has all the qualities of quartz, which includes energizing and amplifying energies. Okay. All right. And then we have the dendritic opal, also from the Mineral Mushroom, and it just feels great in the hand. It's quite nice. This enhances intuition. It helps with spiritual growth. It helps connecting with nature's energies. It balances opposites and works with the crown chakra. Okay, so very much an excellent one for those who are wanting to grow on their spiritual path, balance their energies, and connect with nature. That is beautiful. Okay, so let us get you a Moonology oracle to close out this reading. And we've got emotions are running high, super moon. We saw that with that Eight of Wands and that overwhelm energy there. Okay, emotions may be running high. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Okay. Whatever it is that's bothering you, it can be altered, it can be changed, okay? A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So there's that Cancer energy again. So someone here may be a Cancer. Okay? All right. Now, whatever this is, okay, yes, they're acknowledging the emotions are running high, but they want you to know that hope is not lost, okay? It will reach a resolution, whatever this is that you are struggling with, okay? Just balance spirituality and practicality, okay, in your life. Full moon in Pisces, okay? Balance your spiritual world and your practical material world, and always bring love into the situation, okay? For yourself, for others. New moon in Aquarius, all right? Bring love into the situation and show the world the real you, okay? Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. All right? That's 2 Aquariuses here, so we may also have an Aquarius listening, all right? So bring love into the situation and show the world the real you, okay? I hope that you found this to be helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If there was anything you felt could have been improved upon, please also let me know that. Be gentle and kind as you do so if you would. Remember, you are beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, including yourself. You are loved more than you'll ever know. And you are strong enough to get through anything that might be thrown at you and come out on the other side in this beautiful new emotional beginning. All right? Love you. Bye. If you picked pile number 3 with the Steampunk Tarot, the blue flower agate, and the sparkly sphalerite. Look at those sparkles. My goodness, how can you not smile? Look at that. Then this is your reading. Now, how I read tarot is I read both the definitions as well as intuitively, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading both uprights and reversals. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. Today we are using the Ace of Cups to draw us into the question, what new emotional beginning awaits us? Okay, and I'm seeing, okay, right off the bat here, I am seeing some healing that is needed and necessary, and you're going through. And I'm sorry that you are feeling that. Okay, I asked for some clarification on this line here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Any other clarifiers you wish to give? Okay. We'll let that stay where it fell. All right. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Okay, I am getting, yeah, okay. So for some of you, and this won't apply to all of you obviously, but for some of you, I am getting that you have endured the loss of a loved one, a romantic partner, a parent, possibly even a child, a friend, you know, a lover, okay. But I'm definitely seeing loss and grief. For some of you, it might not be someone else. It may be that you're grieving the loss of yourself. You feel like you have lost yourself. But however this resonates with you, okay, they're wanting you to know, okay, that this Three of Swords energy, this pain, this sorrow, this grief will not be yours forever, all right? When we lose someone, you know, they never leave our hearts. They never really leave our minds, okay? But with healing and time, the pain can become more bearable. Okay? It can lessen, all right? And the star very much speaks of that healing, okay? And it's all right to ask for help. It's okay to call upon the divine, all right, to help you during this time. You are loved. You are not alone. You are cared for, okay? No matter how alone or full of sorrow you may be feeling in this moment, you are not alone. You're surrounded by the spirits of nature, the ancestors, and the divine, okay, who love you, who care about you. Now, I don't begin to claim that all spirits are good. I don't begin to claim that at all. But I can see that you do have loving, positive guardians that do surround you, that do help you, okay, and that have your back. So tap into that, lean on that, all right? Know that you're not alone. And you have such a bright light, you know, even in your grief, even in your sorrow, even in that state of feeling lost, you have such a beautiful, bright light, okay? All right, now, for those of you who have lost a romantic partner, okay, while you may not always want to hear this, all right, they are letting you know that you do not have to remain alone in that capacity forever, okay? There is someone out there who can help to ease your burden, can help to bring love and light and life and happiness back to your life, okay? But it's your choice, okay? Here with the Ten of Cups and the Lovers combined together, you have that choice, okay? And if you do make that choice, you will find that loving, emotional fullness again, okay? And, you know, for those of you that have lost someone, I'm also getting, you know, the energy of seeing them again, okay? In the right time, not before. Do you hear me? In the right time, not before. You have much life yet to live. You have many gifts left to give. And the world is better by your presence in it. Okay? But in the right time and not before, in another life, in another place, you will see each other again. Okay? All right. Until that time, take action, moving forward in your life with balance and protection. Okay? Make sure you are taking care of yourself as you move forward into the future, okay? The storm clouds will clear and you will see a way forward, all right? And as you do so, remember to do so with that balanced energy, okay? Taking care of yourself, all aspects of yourself. I'm also getting in this one, for those of you that feel like you've lost yourself, it's not that you've lost a person, you've lost yourself. They're encouraging you to take action on shadow work, okay? Go into yourself and find yourself again in whatever capacity that is needed, okay? All right. With this Six of Pentacles, I am getting that at least someone who is going to see this, however long in the future that might be, maybe a parent with children to care for and concerns about doing that alone financially, materially. And this is a reassurance that it will be okay. All right. Not only will you have enough to take care of yourself, but you will have enough to help take care of others. Okay. For those of you that children are not in the picture, I am getting that one way that you can help yourself by helping others is through charity work. Find an organization that means something to you and volunteer. You know, help yourself by helping others. Okay. And that is a very healthy, if done in moderation with balance, remember that, with balance, is a very healthy way of finding solace in grief. Okay? Be patient with yourself. Remember to ground yourself. Be balanced. Okay? Spend time in nature. Spend time near water. I'm getting like Tai Chi, something like that might be of benefit to you. Maybe a dance class or an aerobics class. Maybe kickboxing, you know, whatever appeals to you, but I am getting something like that here. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Wands, okay? So once you have found your center, once you have found your balance, once you have found some foothold, some leg up, some moment of safety within yourself, okay? Don't be afraid to take that action, all right? Don't be afraid to step forward into the future with that new light, all right? This card always gives me past life vibes. There may be something here about that for some of you. You know, take what resonates, leave whatever doesn't behind, but I'm getting some guardian energy here, some protector energy here, warrior energy, okay? A spiritual warrior of sorts. I'm getting ancient Egypt as far as past lives go. Ancient Egypt. I'm also seeing a little reference to ancient Greece, as well as the late 1800s, early 1900s. I'm getting that vibe as well. So take it how it resonates, okay? And leave what doesn't behind. And then we have the Tower. Now, do not be afraid of the Tower. While it can mean disaster, you've already endured a change. You've already endured a complete change, okay? Whether it's through the loss of someone that you loved, whether it was the loss of yourself, you've already lived through and endured a complete change over here with this Death card that came out with the answer to the Three of Swords that I was requesting, okay? You've already endured a complete change. You can endure that, you can endure this. All right? This is not a disaster. This is a change. A sudden change, albeit. Perhaps a powerful change. But it's just change. Okay? And as you survived and you endured this change, you can survive and endure this change. And on the other side of it, come out better for it. Okay? As you learn and grow more in yourself, more in your spirituality, more in your emotional growth and stability, you will also engage more with the world and learn more about the world and the people in it. You will find ways to contribute, to share your gifts with others, okay? Help others get through the same kind of losses that you've gone through, the same kind of changes that you've gone through. Teach others how to get through to the other side, all right? Whether that's in a support group, a classroom, just your family, grandchildren, children, whatever it might be. Here on social media, you know, using social media now, you can reach an enormous audience and share your love and light with the world, okay? So, You will get out through the other side, and you will be able to help others do the same. And that is a beautiful gift. A beautiful gift. And a powerful one. We have here the Empress, and this is an energy of fertility, of abundance, of power. Okay? This is that primordial, creative, what I call all-mother energy. All right? This is the feminine badass of the world. And it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. Okay? So tap into that power through love. Loving power. Okay? And with that, not only can you change yourself, but you can change the world. All right? You know, you can tap into what already exists within you. Tap into that beautiful, abundant, fertile energy that exists within you. The one that knows who you are, knows what you're capable of, and are capable of taking action on it. All right? You've got this. If ever there was a card that says you've got this, this is it. Okay? I am also getting here that some of you will find a very passionate, loving partner. And I'm seeing a child for some of you. Okay? Obviously that's not for all, but for some. In time, with patience. Okay? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay? This is a very beautiful, stable, material energy. All right? This deals with health, wealth, household. All right? And in this card, when the tarot was made, with the Rider Tarot that everyone has seen, it was a time when women didn't really own much of anything themselves. Everything was owned by the men in their life. So for an independent woman of means to be depicted in the Rider Tarot, that's a bigger deal than we realize. It meant something beautiful and wonderful and abundant. Something that was rare had been accomplished. All right? And you will be accomplishing that beautiful, wonderful, rare thing that is truly knowing oneself, knowing what you're capable of, knowing your own strength, and being courageous and strong enough to build a new future for yourself. All right? And you've got this, because here it is. Nine of Pentacles. This is stable. This is beautiful, abundant energy. All right, guys. I'm proud of the you. I'm proud of you. Okay. I'm proud of the you that has endured this difficulty. I'm proud of the you that will get through this change and seize this future. And you should be proud of yourself for it too. All right. Okay, we are going to look at the blue flower agate crystal that you chose here. Blue flower agate aids with growth. It helps you to realize your fullest potential. It helps with emotional healing and balance. It encourages you to follow your dreams, to be truthful and authentic in your presentation of yourself and with yourself. It aids in inner peace, overcoming negative patterns. It also aids in finding harmony and balance in your highest self, okay? And it works with the heart and throat chakras. All right, and then this one came from a Thunder's Trove as a free gift to me. And then we have that beautiful sparkly sphalerite, which, how can you not look at that and smile? Seriously, it is just so sparkly. And sometimes in your day, something as simple as a beautiful sparkly rock, can make you smile, and it can turn your energy around. So, give it a try. See what it does for you. Sphalerite helps with grounding, with courage, with drive and energy, It helps you to tap into the earth energies specifically. It helps to balance mental and spiritual energies. And it aids in intuition, creativity, opening of the third eye chakra, and it also helps with the lower 3 chakras. All right, so a good one for balancing those chakras and grounding yourself. Just gorgeous. And this one came from Mineral Mushroom on TikTok. Okay. All right. Now we are going to pull you a white light oracle. All right. I'm feeling the need for an encouraging, uplifting message here. Something to dispel the shadows of the heart and of the mind and of the energies, and to just fill your heart and your mind and your world with light and encouragement. So let's see what we can do in that end. And to that end, we are using the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Okay. Okay, we're going to take these. All right, and we will start with, we pulled 7 Blessings of Eve first, so we'll start there. And this actually showed up in pile number 1. So if you were drawn to pile number 1, please do feel free to check it out. If you weren't, then don't worry about it. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest as a blessing in your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful divine destiny to fulfill. You have natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put out into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Okay? And the snake, as you see depicted here, in many cultures is representative of the underworld, the other world, right? And you see in this, it's rising up from the ground into the sun, right? Rising up from the ground into the light. Okay, so from darkness to light, definite strong energy coming from that there. Okay. Lasya of Parvati. There is a gentle way to proceed and obtain the same or even greater effect. Tame the wild and frenzied workings of the mind by grounding yourself with beauty, pleasure, and grace. Violence and its negative effects shall be overcome and healed through feminine gentleness and inner spiritual strength. This oracle is a sign of great future happiness. That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Okay, and there's a little invocation that goes with this one that says, "For the spiritual benefits of all beings, I call upon the Divine Mother, Parvati, for her blessings of spiritual grace, happiness, wisdom, and healing. May I recognize and embrace the gentlest path for effective healing and loving self-transformation. May the triple blessing of Tridevi grace my soul for the ultimate benefit to all souls. So be it." Okay. And lastly, we have number 6, Shekinah. The spiritual worlds want to help you resolve your worldly concerns. It is safe for you to rely on Spirit as a loving, protective, helpful, and practical presence, able to positively affect all areas of your life, including facilitating the resolution of physical problems. Do not limit your spirituality to concepts. Instead, apply your higher knowledge and principles, grow your wisdom, and live your path. Acknowledge your value as a person, as a soul. Treasure the gift of your path, and let your spirituality integrate with all facets of your life. And that is absolutely beautiful. And here is another little prayer or invocation here at the end, where it says, I call upon Shekinah, sacred feminine presence of the Divine Spirit within my heart and within all hearts. Awaken, Divine Sister. We need you. To you I surrender all concerns in need of a higher solution. I trust that the healing capabilities of the Spirit are far greater than the depressing scenarios generated by fearful, wounded ego. I invite your sacred presence, protection, grace, blessing, and peace to restore me to my authentic path, to connect all issues in my life that have become tainted or confused by ego, and ensure my soul's spiritual fulfillment for the benefit of all beings. Thank you for your love and presence with me always. I hope that you found this to be helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If there was anything you felt could have been improved upon, please also let me know that. Be gentle and kind as you do so, if you would. Remember, you are beautiful. You are loved always. And you are strong enough to get through this. Right? You are strong enough to go through the healing that is needed here, to get through to this new emotional beginning on the other side. All right? Love you. Take care of yourself. Bye. If you chose pile number 4 with the Rider Tarot, the dumortierite Tower, and the beautiful citrine Tower with all those beautiful rainbows in it, how can one not smile? Then this is your reading. Today we are using the Ace of Cups to ask the question, what new emotional beginning awaits me? All right? And you know, when it comes to new emotional beginnings, sometimes that can be a little scary. It can be a little uncertain, right? And so when it comes to things like that, it can be good to balance, you know, logic and reason with, you know, emotions such as joy and positivity, right? Now, how I read the tarot is I read both definitions as well as intuitively, allowing the cards to fall where they may, reading both uprights and reversals. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, you are welcome and respected here. Okay. Okay, so I am seeing... All right, let's start with this, but I do believe, yeah, okay. We'll get a little more just down here. I do see here a bit of a war with the mind and the emotions. A little uncertainty, a little lack of balance per se with that area. Okay, so let's, okay, that one wants to come too. So does that one. Okay. All right, so let's take a look here at what is going on. So we have the world, okay, and I'm going to have to cover her chest, guys, because it's social media here. So the world, we're dealing with things like harmony, completion, fulfillment, but it can also mean the end of something, right? And I'm getting some energy off of here, like Leo and Taurus and some things like that. Somebody here maybe listening and watching. But yeah, there's something here about. Okay, I'm getting an empty nest. And somebody's children have left the home, perhaps gone off to college or moved out, started their own families, maybe moved away. So there's some uncertainty there, right? There's some emotions there. There's some completions and some endings, okay? I'm seeing from this card, usually I see it in a more positive light than this, but I'm getting that what is causing the emotions you're feeling have something to do with an ending in your life, Okay, that may not be for everyone, and that's fine. If it's not, just leave it behind. But there is something here about completing something, ending something, right? Okay, and that has caused a bit of something going on in your mind, something transformational, right? So, for example, if you're a parent and this is the first time, in years that you've not had children living with you, you got to figure out what that looks like for you. You got to think about that transformation. It may require a changing of focus. You may need to get to know yourself once more, get to know your partner once more. But I'm definitely getting a change in thinking, a transformative, and there's a strong element here of transforming how you think about yourself here, okay? Because the King of Swords is usually pretty stable, pretty logical, pretty grounded in his thoughts, in that air energy there. But some sort of ending, some sort of completion has brought about a need for transformation of thoughts, or has brought on the transformation of the way you're thinking. Okay, and the High Priestess, this encourages you to, one, listen to your intuition, okay, hone your intuition. It encourages you to get to know yourself, to be in your own power outside of anything else anyone else might contribute there. To balance those energies, the dark and the light, the yin and the yang, the feminine and the masculine, okay? And to remember that your fertility and abundance does not end with this ending, right? You have so much to give, so many talents, so many gifts, so many ways to contribute in a physical, emotional, and spiritual manner, okay? So don't forget that, all right? And here we have the Five of Cups in reverse, okay? So usually if this were in the upright position, like this, it would mean that you're looking at what you've lost and not what you've gained, right? But in the reverse here, it's very much about nostalgia, right? Thinking about those beautiful memories, those times that you've had together, whether it's with your children, or you've left there's been a job that's ended and you're leaving co-workers or something you loved behind there. Whatever this ending is for you, this completion in the world there, you are attempting to I'm getting like there's a need to hold on to the past a little bit here, that nostalgia. Is there maybe some difficulty moving on because of that, as you attempt to find this new path, this new way forward? And with the Queen of Cups in reverse, especially in a reading regarding emotions, with the King of Swords directly above it in the upright, there's a couple of different messages here. One, I'm seeing someone who is leading with their head and not their heart, okay? So that's one thing. I'm seeing someone who is trying to reason themselves through an emotional situation. But either way, this is an imbalance between the head and the heart, right? If this had been upright, this would have shown a good balance between what's going on in your head and what's going on in your heart, right? But with the Queen of Cups reversed, which represents love, compassion, emotional stability, getting that message of needing to tend to the heart space, okay? Transform your thoughts in a way that aids you in getting this Queen of Cups turned upside right, okay? Balancing that space. And I'm also getting someone not being very compassionate with themselves, someone being hard on themselves about something. You know, if someone got fired or something like that, you may be blaming yourself. And that's, you know, I mean, you know, if it was your fault, you know, use it as a learning tool. All right? Learn from it. Mistakes, what they are learning tools. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Don't get bogged down by it. Don't allow it to drag you into depression and anxiety. Okay? If there was a situation where you wish you'd done something different, okay, then next time do it differently. All right? For those of you that we're talking about, like, you know, the empty nest and that sort of thing, tend to your heart space. Okay? Take care of yourself. All right? Self-care, while it may be a catch term these days, it's, you know, it's needed. It's necessary. It's real. Okay? It's valuable. Taking care of yourself allows you to engage with the world in a way that helps not only yourself but others. So live by example, taking care of yourself. All right? Find that emotional stability. You know, take classes, you know, yoga, meditation, painting, pottery, you know, learn about things you're passionate about, oceanography, geology, you know, fashion, art, you know, whatever it is that you're interested in, you know, spirituality, whatever it is, you know, allow yourself to learn. And by learning, find the joy within it to help you balance your emotions here. But there is definitely a need for this Queen of Cups to be turned upside right, okay? Do what you need to do to find that emotional balance. All right. Because what is meant to be will be, all right? Fate, destiny, purpose, karma, fortune, whatever you want to call it, okay? What is meant for each of us will find us. That the wheel turns, the world turns, we go round and round as many times as is necessary, okay? So with life comes a certain amount of acceptance, right? There are times to fight with passion, right? And to hold on to things, and there are times to let things go, to release, all right? So allow the wheel to turn, allow yourself to find that balance and that next step in your journey, okay? And with the King of Wands, there's a strong indication that that next step may be in some form of spirituality, claiming your own personal power. You know, definitely listen to your intuition when that comes. You've got 2 intuition cards here, okay? Don't quell that inner voice. Listen. And I'm getting a Leo energy here, so there may be a Leo, but definite fire sign energy. That would be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, okay? All right? Claim your personal power with the ferocity of a lion, right? You know, but also be grounded, like the salamander, you know? There's a good balance between burning bright and being grounded. But don't be afraid of it. Step forward into your future with courage, because next we have the sun, right? The sun. So right now you may be going through an emotional difficulty, but in the future, and in not so distant future from what I'm seeing, this, right? The sun will come out tomorrow, is definitely coming through here. Sunflowers represent joy and happiness. You have the citrine here that is a sun element, you know, with your crystal, that joy and happiness. You got red for passion. You've got a child for youthful exuberance and childlike enthusiasm and energy. You know, white horse for bravery and courage and purity of intent. Just beautiful, beautiful energy there. Joyful, happy energy. Okay? And to claim that, to gain that emotional balance and to claim that beautiful joy and personal power, you have to have a new way of thinking, right? About yourself, about the world, about the experience of life itself. Become a student of yourself. Become a student of your thoughts, Train yourself to think in a way that benefits you, okay? That helps you to grow as a soul and as a person. And do so with courage and bravery, all right? And then the card that drew us into this, the Ace of Cups, all right? So with this action, with this reclaiming your emotional balance, training your thoughts to be in a light that serves you, you gain that new emotional beginning, okay? And with this card, it is overflowing emotional abundance, right? And then we have that dove there, and it gives off a strong sense of peace, doesn't it? And then with the lotus here, we have that spiritual element as well. Beautiful emotional new beginning. That's very exciting. Very exciting, okay? And while the future may be unknown, that's okay. You will find your way, all right? It is completely fine to not know what lies ahead, right? But you see the sun shining there behind that moon, right? Okay? The moon reflects the sun. Light will be shed on what is to come, right? And it will be to your benefit, because I also see a new material beginning with this Ace of Pentacles, all right? So whether you're retiring, whether you're finding a new job, whether you have more money to spend on things like travel and that sort of thing because your children have left the home, whatever it might be, this new way of thinking, this new way of being, this new emotional beginning also brings about a new material beginning, okay? I'm also getting that someone might benefit from gardening as they step forward into this new emotional beginning. It may help in the process, okay? But with Pentacles, you're dealing with wealth, health, and household, all right? So, new material beginning. And then we have the Lovers, and let me cover up their nakedness here for social media. So, the Lovers is just as much about choices as it is about romantic loving partnerships, right? So for those of you that a romantic partner is not part of this reading, this is about the benefits that come from making those choices, okay? Making the choice to choose yourself, to partner with yourself, and to find that stability and to embrace that sunshine, okay? For those of you that have a romantic partner, this is finding new passion, new love, new interest, okay, new respect. Fall in love with each other all over again. Get to know each other all over again, right? What is destined for you will find you. What is meant for you will find you. So live in love and light and joy as often as you can, okay? It is beautiful. This new emotional beginning for you, I do see love, I see beauty, and I see stability, okay? All right, now we are going to read for your crystals next, and we have the Beginner's Guide to Crystals by Lisa Butterworth. We will look at the citrine here, this beautiful, rainbow-filled citrine came from the mineral mushroom. They're over on TikTok, and they have a website as well, mineralmushroom.store, I believe. Just beautiful. I love it. It makes me smile every time I look at it. Citrine aids in abundance, invigoration, and prosperity. It works with the crown and solar plexus chakras, and it is most commonly found in Brazil. Although, from what I understand, you can find it in some places in the United States, like Arkansas. Okay. Citrine is a crystal of manifestation. It's known as the merchant stone because of its ability to attract abundance, which has more to do with mindset than money or traditional success. It teaches you to appreciate what you have and find joy in all the riches life has to offer. It elevates confidence and self-esteem so you can go after what you want. It also has the power to move stale energy, making way for the heart's true desires. Citrine's vibrations will give you a positive outlook, making it easier to overcome setbacks and achieve your goals. It also gives creativity a wonderful boost. Citrine holds the power of the sun, which can help with fatigue as well as depression. Citrine is a variety of quartz. Its yellow tint is caused by iron oxidation. Its name comes from the Latin citrina, which means yellow. For personal use, hold during a visualization practice to help manifest your objectives. So something like, meditation, a manifestation of money, such as a money bowl or anything like that. This works very well with that. At home, it can increase the feeling of warmth and happiness in a space. And at work, it can enhance motivation and stimulate creativity. And, if something actually makes you smile when you look at it, why not have it in your space? Grab a hold of any moment of joy, happiness, contentment, that you can find. All right, so citrine. And then we have dumortierite, which can look like, a variety of things. This is a raw piece here. Okay. This tower also came from the mineral mushroom, and it was unique. I hadn't seen one quite like this one. So we grabbed it. It's just a really neat piece. It helps with patience, lightness, spirituality. It works with the third eye and throat chakras, and common origins are Austria, France, and the United States. Dumortierite has the power to calm. This soothing blue mineral can alleviate both anger and anxiety, creating a sense of well-being and ease. You may find yourself laughing more, shedding the heaviness of negative emotions or thought patterns. This stone will help you break ties to people or things that no longer serve you. It's especially beneficial if you have addictive, compulsive, or codependent tendencies. Dumortierite promotes organization and acts as a grounding element in the midst of chaos. It's also good for clearing the throat chakra, boosting your confidence so you can speak your truth. Meditate with it to open your chakras and help you connect to the divine. It can also soothe headaches and stomach aches and can help with sleep problems. Dumortierite was named by mineralist M.F. Gonnard in 1881 for Eugene Dumortier, a French paleontologist. Often found as inclusions in quartz, its color is thought to be the result of titanium oxidization. For personal use, place under your pillow at night for help with insomnia. Throughout the home, it helps to bring calm to a chaotic household. And at work, it increases focus and self-discipline. And one of the things that my family uses it for is for things like math, where you may struggle with that sort of thing. So we tend to use it during homework time and that sort of thing, as we try to use our logic and reasoning to get through that. So if you're dealing with a job situation, if you're dealing with a money situation, if you're dealing with emotional, because that's what we are looking into, this is a good one for that. I also got a message while we were reading that for some of you, the ending might be the end of a marriage. And if that is the case, you will find love again. Okay? It'll be all right. You will find your balance, you will find yourself again, and you will find love again. Okay, let's take a look and get you a Moonology oracle card and see what bit of encouragement or advice you can gain there. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Okay? So a call to rest, a call to breathe. Meditation, such as through Tai Chi, yoga, a walk in the woods, a nap. Don't discount a nap. It can do wonders for emotions. Just take care of yourself. Take time to breathe out. Find that balance again. Okay? Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Okay? Balance spirituality and practicality. All right? Balance that internal space as well as external space. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Personal issue reaches resolution. And you're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, so don't give up. Do not give up. Keep on going through, and that emotional new beginning will be yours. Absolutely will be yours. All right? I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments. If there was anything you felt could have been improved upon, please also let me know that. Be gentle and kind as you do so if you would. Remember, no matter what this is that you're going through, you are beautiful. Okay? Don't let anyone else ever tell you otherwise, including yourself. All right? And I mean that. You are loved beyond measure. Never ever doubt it. And you are strong enough to get through this to the other side, to that new emotional beginning. All right? I love you. Take care of yourself. Bye.